Hi, boys and girls. So this week is a special week because it is going to be the last week that we have chapters from the book Crenshaw. We're nearing the end of the book. So shortly, I will be sending out a survey to you guys, and you can vote on the next book that I start reading out loud. And we'll still do a chapter book. We can probably do at least one more before the end of the year. So I'm very excited about that. We're going to do 2 chapters today, chapters 47 and 48. All right, here we go. I couldn't fall asleep that night. Sounds echoed off the walls of our empty apartment. Shadows loomed and shrank. A question kept nagging at me. Why do things have to be this way? Life isn't always fair, Crenshaw had said. His words reminded me of an interesting nature fact Miss Malone had taught us last year in 4th grade. Bats, she said, actually share food with each other. She was talking about vampire bats. The ones that, turn the page. The ones that slice open sleeping mammals in the dark of night. They don't actually suck blood. It's more like they lap it up, which is awesome enough. But the really amazing part, the no way part, is that when they get back to their caves, they share with the unlucky bats who haven't found anything to eat. They actually puke up warm blood into the hungry bats' mouths. Ugh. If that's not the coolest nature fact ever, I don't know what is. Miss Malone said maybe bats are altruists, which means they're sharing to help the other bats, even if it's a risk. She said some scientists say yes, some say no. Scientists love to disagree about things. Miss Malone looked at me then, because even though it was only like the 3rd week of school, she already had me pegged pretty well. Jackson, she said, maybe you'll be the one to settle the great "Are bats nice guys" debate. I said probably not, because I wanted to be a cheetah or manatee or dog scientist, but I would keep bats in mind as a backup plan. Miss Malone said something else about bats that day. She said she sometimes wondered if maybe bats are better human beings than human beings are. Boys and girls, that's a really powerful sentence and a powerful thought by that teacher. Why do you think she would say that maybe bats are better human beings than human beings are? I wonder if it has something to do with that word that we just learned, to be altruistic. Think about that, okay? Now, here we're going to start chapter 48. And guess who's here? That's right, Crenshaw. He's hanging upside down. You know, it's kind of interesting. I'm going to let you look again. He almost seems like he's a little bit larger on this page. Wonder if that was purposeful. I must have finally fallen asleep because I woke up from a horrible nightmare. I was panting. Tears streamed down my cheeks. The moon was wrapped in fog. Wow, what a good setting description. Crenshaw placed a paw on my shoulder. Gently, he butted his head against mine. Bad dream, he asked. I don't remember it really. I was in a cave. Hold on. I think. And I was yelling for someone to help me, and nobody would listen. I'll help, said Crenshaw. I'll listen. I turned to him. Looking in his eyes, I could see myself reflected. I can't go with my family, I said. My own words surprised me. I can't live in the minivan again. I don't want to have to worry anymore. I'm tired, Crenshaw. I know, he said. I know. I blinked. The answer was obvious. I had to run away. It wasn't going to be much of a trip. I'd just have to ask Marisol if I could stay with her. She had plenty of room. I could help around the house. I leaped up. Crenshaw watched me. but he didn't say a word. It wasn't like I had a lot to pack. I grabbed my pillow, my keepsakes bag, some clothes, and my toothbrush. The way I figured it, I'd go over to Marisol's house before my family woke up. Marisol was an early riser. She wouldn't mind. It was hard to find a piece of paper and a pencil, but I managed. Aretha and Crenshaw watched me chew on the pencil as I tried to decide what to write. "What should I say?" I asked, as much to myself as to Crenshaw. "Tell the truth to the person who matters most," said Crenshaw. "You." And so I did. And boys and girls, I have to show you this page. You know how we always talk about, I hope you can see this. You know how we always talk about how the author sometimes has words that look different? Well, these words, if you can see them, are in italics. Do you guys notice that at the bottom of the page? I'm sorry for the really poor videography here. Dear Mom and Dad, here are the facts. I am tired of not knowing what is going to happen. I am old enough to understand things. I hate living this way. I'm going to live with Marisol for a while. When you figure things out, maybe I can join you. One more page to turn. Hold on. Love, Jackson. P.S. Aretha likes to sleep on a pillow, so don't forget. P.P.S. Robin needs to know what's happening too. Isn't that nice? He's always looking out for his sister. In an envelope, I put $10 I'd made from walking the Gouchers Dachshunds. On the outside, I wrote, to cover 2 unfortunate incidents where I used very bad judgment. Please give $7 to Safeway for 2 jars of Gerber chicken and rice, and $3 to Pet Food Express for a cookie shaped like a cat. And boys and girls, this time I'm going to show you, and I think I can do a better job. I'm just going to flip the camera here, and you'll be able to see. Nope, hold on. Let me try it this way. You'll be able to see the words that I'm talking about. And actually, you can see that there's a couple different types of print on this page because part of it is the italics, part of it, the darker words, are the words that the author writes, and then the bottom are the words that are written on the envelope. So that was kind of cool. I hope I didn't make you motion sick with all my movement today. So tomorrow will just be 1 chapter, and I want you to think about Jackson's thoughts right now. Do you think he's making a good decision to run away? What does his decision tell us about how he's feeling right now? And last but not least, what do you think will happen when his parents get the note? All right, take care, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.